up to $20 million in those hotspots. So, but this year we are able to see that those interventions that government did has virtually reduced or mitigated the impact of the 2010 floods. You know, like if you look at Bara, this year we did not observe any floods in Bara because the gutters that are created there, after the rains, water get into the river. You know, in Batsa equally the same. So we think if we are also able to do a more detailed risk mapping of the whole country and know where all these risks are situated, then we work with our partners to try to address some of those risks. Then gradually, we think these problems that we are facing will gradually be reducing. Because not everybody would be listening to maybe the TV at the same time. Not everybody listens to some of these FM stations at the same time. But also, people changing their attitude is also another thing. Because like during our assessment, you go to certain houses, you talk to the people, some of them definitely know where they are staying is not appropriate. But they will tell you it's fine for them to be there. And still they are crying that they need help. So those are some of the things that we want people to at least change their thinking and also their habits. Because if you look at what also makes this floods worse is because people continue dumping waste anyhow they want. You know, they dump waste indiscriminately in the gutters, waterways and everything. And if these gutters are blocked, if these waterways are blocked, if water don't have anywhere to pass through, it has to get into settlements. And if it gets into settlement, that is also bringing the same problem. So as we said, the sensitization that we are doing will be ongoing, but also we'll be working with partners. Like if you look at this one, this is a project that is going to address some of these hotspots that I said the other time. This is called the EU envelope. They are giving support to the government worth 1.6 million euros to address some of these issues, looking at the floods, looking at waste management and infrastructure. So we think at the end of this project, definitely some of these things are going to be a thing of the past. But it's also equally important for the people to at least change their attitudes. Because before government comes, and there is already a disaster in your house or in your family, you know, your own family has started suffering. And maybe the intervention that the government is coming with or partners are coming with will not be able to at least replace the damages that has already occurred, especially if life is lost. Because there is nothing that can replace life. So these are things that we have to be very much careful of, to know that at least government cannot do everything, and then the people themselves has to take the bull by the horn and try to help themselves. Okay? And then also what, like if you look at the Hego framework of action, the local people, the indigenous knowledge is important. The people who are living in some of these areas know that every year those areas are flooded, and they are still staying there, you know? So these are things that we need to look at and then work with our partners and then continue the sensitization and for people to at least be able to change their attitudes so that the problems can be addressed, because government and partners cannot do it all. The people themselves has to also be very realistic and know that they are settling in places that if they continue settling there, these floods will continue to happen. Because if you look at since 2009 up to date, there are certain compounds. Every year we have to go there. So, and that cannot continue. Looking at the issues of waste dumping and so forth is the responsibility of National Environment Agency. And then the National Environment Agency has also started taking people to courts. People are fined, but still, they are still continuing this indiscriminate waste dumping. So, but like, I think what we need to do is to put in more stricter measures that like if you are found dumping waste in places that are not identified as dumping places, then at least a heavy fine be levied on those people, or even some other heavier measures be taken so that people can desist from it. Because if you continue indiscriminately dumping waste everywhere, definitely these problems, like I said, will continue. And like if you look at the flood waters, all the waters are totally contaminated because it is washing along the waste that are dumped in the gutters and also in some other areas, which is causing skin diseases in most of these how to call it, flood affected areas. So I think, like you said, we'll still continue working with our partners, especially with NEA, to see how best the issues of waste dumping can be addressed. But this project, I also said, is also having a component of waste management. So we think in the shortest period, if this project is completed, some of these issues would be addressed.
Perhaps next year?
Yeah, this project we hope to start immediately after the rain stop. So maybe before the next rainy season, some of these issues would be addressed.
We'll go with our first break, but when we return, season continues.
ci biir mbëggeel ci l'amour kenn du la jënd ak leneen ñu xool xas be tàmm ndax jëf mën na ko faa jëlee sunu xol a bëgg digge xaar nañ ci boobu neex